trips, I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live, I don't know what these mad for. I just signed a deal and got a really big bag for it. Still at your mama crib, ain't getting money, you gotta ask for it. I'm tired of complaining, I gotta bitch change my situation. Looking at the view outside, I thought I would never make it. Every day they take, but that don't stop the money making. If you want it, go and take it, ain't no point in hesitating. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
Well, Coach, the good news for now, no snow in the forecast, but plenty of scarves and mittens in this sea of orange at Empower Field at Mile High, just west of downtown Denver. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Denver Broncos. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense can make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, New York.
Ready. Mike 47. Three butt.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
At the 42-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. The open man is Smith. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Vincent Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Hey, orbit. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Mike Ford, you ain't doing nothing but good.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Lorenzo Carter in there to get him, and on the season now that is 9 sacks for him.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Check 3, check 3.
Now Saquon Barkley, and very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. Breaks a tackle. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Yeah, I think he's locked in.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Check. Crunch. Throw out. Like. Go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Here we go.
Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go, B, let's go. Hey, let's get there. He's coming. We got double up. Leo. Sponge. Yep. Sponge. No. Go. Slam.
2. They'll try the left side. Benjamin. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Set up. Dirty base. I'm scared. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 4 down. Check. 4 down. 5.
Into the red zone. It's locked. Complete. It's Johnson. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
4 down. 36. No. Off. Right. Big rip.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Extra point from McManus is good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well. Go to something else. And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check. 198. Watch 98. 98 tonight. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is caught by Watkins. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 13-yard line. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Sammy Watkins, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants have taken the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Ready. 60 yards.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Hey, team 6. Mike 20. Who that? Ready.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Locked. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. On 3rd down, Benjamin. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And they have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Hey, Sam off. Watch the edge. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Watch the safety creep. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Come on, set. 10-2 saw. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Come.
They'll run on first down. Benjamin. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. The penalty does everything but get them a first down. It's close here on 2nd and inches.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Mike 4. Mike 4.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. McManus's point after is good, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Jackson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lightning speed there on the sack from the corner, Duke Dawson.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game? Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On third down, Barkley. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10.
Baby, that's baby style. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Whip. Hey, lock it. Watch the whip. 5.
Now a give, right side. Benjamin. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. A final shot before half for Locke. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on second and 14. Lock to throw on second down. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
They'll keep it on the ground. Benjamin, and he'll only get a yard, maybe 2. Up to the 46.
Boom! That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Set, ready, 50, plant. You must be dreaming.
Under 10, under 10, 10. SOS, SOS, SOS.
Look at me. Go, go.
He's coming. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Moss. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47.
Protein spill. Rock it.
Deuce. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Under crush.
Block now on 1st down. Rolling to his right. He completes this to Sutton. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The end result, 21 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. Now, that play was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
22 jet bombers. Sit up.
Check 24. Check 24. He's checking. Crash. Shift.
Check. Go.
On 1st down, it's Moss. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Ready up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
X3. 218. Chop it. Shoot.
To throw it is Locke. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down.
Matchbox lights.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Hey, watch the delay. Five.
From the gun on third down, Locke. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A 9-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to regain the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
My, oh my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure. He's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. Roll out.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check it back.
Defense.
On 1st down, Locke. Man open, that's Juwan Winfrey. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Giants' 35-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Go. Get it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Check 50, check 50.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Hey, Delta.
Locke taking the snap at 1. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth.
Got it.
Come on, the ball. Check 99. Check 99.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up first and goal. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson now. From the gun, he'll throw. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Giants. Sammy Watkins. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. As his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Check nickel. Wide, get wide. Hey, switch gears. Watch
Leo.
They'll run on first down. Freeman. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Check 9, check 9. Check 4, check 4. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Slam, slam, slam.
Look, squeeze. Go.
On second down, it's Moss. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Y'all playing the wrong football. Kill, kill, kill.
Hey, Sam off.
Check 13. Check.
Ready to go.
On first down, it's Freeman, and very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Freeman again. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
General West.
Jim. Check. Lucky.
Score.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. Delay of game penalty ships them back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10.
Switch. Big Ed. Shit.
Big grip.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave him looking at a 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down and 1.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
They've gone to the 4th up in Seattle, and the Seahawks fans have to be happy. That lead just got bigger. If they hold on, it would be win number 10 for them on the year. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Devontae Parker with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Mike 4, you ain't going nowhere. Watch that. Ready.
They'll keep it on the ground. Freeman. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
He's coming. We got double up. Sponge. Bam. Slam. 36.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Samson Abuka in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
And now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch out.
He'll look to throw. It's caught. Smith. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish